Hello, my family and friends. As you all know, I got bit by the travel bug pretty bad, and so in August of 2023, I went to the UK by myself for 2 weeks and had what I think was just the coolest time ever. So here's that trip.
I've arrived!
District line, the train now approaching is to Edgware Road. Please stand back from the platform.
I just got back to the hotel and took a nap to end all naps. Slept for an hour and a half. And when I woke up, I looked out the window and was like, how did I get here? Where am I? And I was in London, so it was like double the surprise.
I started out my day and trip visiting the British Museum, which was awesome, but also a little bit crowded for my taste, so I sort of saw the Rosetta Stone and then dipped.
It's the backside of Rosetta Stone. Look at this place. I am in heaven. Liberty of London, I think, is worth the entire trip to England just for this. It's amazing. I keep having these like pinch me I'm in London type moments, like oh my gosh, there's the London Eye over the trees. I don't think you can see it. Oh. This park is just the coolest place ever. Like, it's like the park in Boston, sort of. I don't remember what it's called, but like, it's got like the big water in the middle and like everything's green. But like, honestly, I think it's just the fact that it's in England that like just makes me so much more excited about it. But it's incredible. I think I'm in Hyde Park right now. I should probably check where I'm on a map. I've just been wandering, but it's so cool. Fish and chips.
I spent the rest of the day wandering around looking at Buckingham Palace and Big Ben and doing all the quintessential London things, riding the tube, and I think I walked like 30,000 steps this day. I had so much fun.
Good morning. Today I'm going to go see St. Paul's Cathedral right here, among some other things. So far this morning my adventure has been I got yelled at for going down the stairs instead of the elevator. But on the bright side, I got yelled at in French, so I think he thought that I was just a dumb French person. Or he thought I just looked very French. But then when I didn't respond, he yelled at me in English, so he ended up figuring out that I was just a dumb American. But it's still cool.
The inside of St. Paul's Cathedral was absolutely incredible. The art was amazing, and the history of the place was just so cool. But then I decided to climb the 528 stairs up to the very tippity top. They let you out halfway through to see what you're climbing towards, and the heights weren't too bad until we started climbing these very rickety stairs up to the very top, and I was terrified. When you finally get up to the top, there's like barely room for one person to stand up there, and even though the view was incredible, I would never ever do it again. Worth it once, never again.
Reminds me of the South Dakota State Capitol a little bit.
Next up, I headed over to the Tower of London, which I thought was cool and told me a lot about Britain's national identity, but I didn't spend a ton of time here.
There's the Raven. Hi, buddy. And there's the tower. I like how they say that if the ravens leave, the tower will crumble, and so they keep the raven in a cage right here. I think that's so funny. Oh, there's one out of a cage up there. And lots of pigeons. It's Shakespeare's Globe. We've got this gorgeous building right here, and right there, it's Shrek's Adventure. That's what this building is for. Hi, London Eye.
I spent a good chunk of the rest of the day riding up and down the Thames on the Uber boat because I loved hearing people's conversations and looking at the way things were built along the river. I started off day 3 at the Churchill War Rooms, which was just the coolest experience ever. I spent like 3 hours down here, and I got so excited. Most of my pictures were blurry, like this one of the secret telephone to the US, but overall, the coolest part of the trip. After the war rooms, I made a quick run on over to Westminster Abbey, went to the National Gallery and saw Van Gogh's Sunflowers, and just took in how beautiful the building was. It was definitely a speed run, but one worth doing.
One thing that's funny to me is that my calves are so sore from walking up St. Paul's yesterday. Tonight's dinner of champions is chocolate-covered strawberries in a cup. Delicious.
The next day, I hopped on a bus to Bath, and I could already tell by the drive that I was gonna love it because the countryside was gorgeous.
I am in Bath! Yay! It is so beautiful here, and every single building looks like these ones with like the light stone, and it's just cool. Like all the little streets and stuff. I'm just excited to explore. I don't even like want to go into anything because I just want to see the outside of everything. It's so beautiful.
I ended up going inside of the Roman baths, which were the coolest thing ever. I learned a lot about the Roman Empire, which was pretty cool and not something I expected to learn. But really, I just couldn't believe how old everything was.
Okay, I'm gonna try some water from the Roman bath. It's warm and it does not taste great. Yeah. Look at how beautiful this bookshop is. Oh my gosh. The lady who checked me into my hostel told me about this place called Alexandra Park, which apparently has a beautiful view over the whole city. So I'm gonna go adventure and find it. Alright. She wants me to walk half a mile up this hill. And there's no way I'm doing that at all. Not a chance. Not after my calves from St. Paul's. So back down we go.
After spending most of the day wandering, I finished up with the Bizarre Bath Comedy Tour, which just made me chuckle. And it's just so beautiful there. Look at this picture.
Good morning, Bath Abbey. Look at that view. Not the trash truck, but the way that the fountain is framed by the clouds and the hills. Oh, it's gorgeous. Here's what police cars look like in Bath.
Today was mostly spent on trains. I took the train to London and then from London to York.
I got a baguette. They were selling them on the street. I'm so excited. It's a real one.
When I got to York, I spent pretty much the whole day wandering. I got a haircut. I explored little tiny Christmas shops, which I just thought were so fun. This was the perfect place to just go and walk. And then obviously I had to get a shot of the hostel here because I just thought that it was really fun and funky to have little curtains. I enjoyed wandering so much the day before that I decided I was going to keep doing it. And so I discovered this little square and explored York Abbey and saw all of these incredible Roman ruins, which were just incredible. Walked along the walls of the city, which were just the coolest little places and so historical.
I just met two very nice girls from Germany who offered to take my picture, and they were just so sweet. But I was talking to them about Germany and what I need to see, and they said Nuremberg was the place to go. So I'm gonna have to try it out. My only regret so far this trip has been that I didn't eat more dessert when I was in Bath, because there were fudge shops everywhere and I didn't try a single one. So I'm not gonna let that happen again, and I'm gonna eat all the dessert while I'm in York. And so let's go on a dessert finding adventure. All right, first, Raleigh's fudge. Yeah, first I'm gonna try the Rory's fudge. It's crumbly. Not my favorite. Grandma's is much better. I give it a 6 out of 10. Now, I got these little tiny ones from a different shop. Try these. Look how pretty they are. Okay. First up, I'm gonna try the dark chocolate truffle. That is dark. It's good though. That one gets a 10 out of 10 for what it is, but an 8 out of 10 because dark chocolate's not my favorite. Okay, and then this is the salted caramel. 10 out of 10. 100%. So good. Okay, I got it. It's pretty good. Not gonna lie, I'm a little ashamed of the Union Jack umbrella. My ancestors fought so I wouldn't have to carry this umbrella. And now here I am betraying them.
Next up, I headed to the National Railway Museum of York, which, always been a big train aficionado, so thought this was just okay. But, it was cool to see the trains. Lots of 4-year-old boys there. York was the end of the England portion of my trip, and then I headed on up to Scotland. So that's the end of this part of the video right now, but I'm excited to show you what happens next. Dun dun dun.